In this video, I want to tell you more about line following and programming your robot, your Leaphy robot, to make it follow a line as well. So how do you do that? We start with a repeat always block, an if-then block. Now the Leaphy robot has two infrared sensors on the bottom which it uses to, it can detect a black or a white surface, and they are on digipin 14 on the left and digipin 15 on the right. And we can tell each of them separately what they need to do and when. Well, let's first finish this little program. So we have on the left side pin 14, and on the right side pin 15, and they measure a value of 0, 1. They are digital sensors. If the value is 1, then the light is reflected again and the surface is white. If the value is 0, then the surface is black. And actually you have 4 situations. As you can see in the video now, both sensors are detecting white. So they are both at 1. Well, then the robot needs to drive straight ahead. We can say that here in this program, direction forward. Well, that value for the motors needs to be at least 150. So they measure on the left and right. If we measure 1, then you move forward. Well, then you have another situation. That's when, for example, the robot is a bit tilted. And we measure a value of 0 at pin 14. There we measure black. So what needs to happen then? Then the robot shouldn't drive straight ahead, but then it needs to go left. Well, the other side can, of course, also. Then we do that this way. Pin 14, the left side just measures white, but the right side measures black. So the robot is positioned like this on the line. Then it needs to go right. The last situation is more for convenience because it actually doesn't occur in practice. But it could still be that the robot is standing across the line and both are 0. Then you actually want the robot to stop. The robot is standing still. Another advantage of putting this part in your program is that when you lift the robot, the motors also stop. So that's just really handy. Okay, well, let's see what happens when we upload this to the robot. Just a moment. Upload it to the robot. Just a moment. Plug in the cable. And now I'm turning on the robot. If I hold the sensors close enough to the paper, then you'll see that in this case, the robot is driving straight ahead. Well, that's also what we want. Now I only see, just need to adjust it properly. So on the left side, there's the black line, and then it indeed turns to the left. Back to the line again, and then it goes straight again. And the other way, if I'm on the black line with the right sensor, then it indeed turns to the right until it is back on the line and the robot drives straight again. I can now go off the line, then the motors stop, because both sensors are measuring a value of 0, so the program works. And now you can try to recreate that yourself.